Have you ever had a really weird dream? Something you can't really explain. I had one of those very recently. I was out at sea. I was in a boat. Like an old rickety boat that you would see in something like the lighthouse or something. Like a really old, decrepit wooden boat. It was really fucking weird. But when I was out at sea, I was, just kind of paddling along, using the oars, kind of pushing myself forward and going around. But the main problem was that eventually at one point there was somebody else. I could see somebody else walking up to me, walking along the sea. Like it was like they were fully walking on water. They were treading and everything. But it was like really stormy. Everything was all messed up. I couldn't see who they were. They just looked really nondescript and strange. But eventually they came onto my boat and I was scared. I was so scared. It was horrifying. I couldn't recognize them. They had this aura about them. I couldn't perceive anything about them. It was really... But after that, they just kind of stared at me. They were looking into my soul almost. It was harrowing. I couldn't figure out what they wanted or anything like that. The only thing that they did was when they looked at me, they handed me a picture. It was a picture of just a nondescript person, like a John Doe, someone that you could see on like a missing poster, like somebody like not around anymore. They didn't look anything strange. They just looked completely average, just like some kind of just person you'd see on the street. But they handed me that photo and they just looked at me still, and I looked down at the photo. They just kind of tried to look back up, but they were gone. At that point, everything started to go 100% insane. The boat started to rock back and forth. The waves were getting even worse. Everything was crashing against the boat. I was trying to paddle and everything, but I kept losing my oar. It was the worst. I couldn't figure out what to do. But then I realized what was happening. I kept looking out to sea, and I was so confused at what I saw, but eventually it all kind of made sense, and it all came together. The waves, they were moving back and forth. They weren't making any real proper motions that waves should be doing. They were just crashing against each other and reforming and reshaping into different things. Some of them were moving faster than others, some of them were incredibly slow. I chalked it up to the fact that possibly because of this picture, some kind of reality had shifted and I couldn't figure out what was going on anymore. The whole process, it was wrapping around my brain. I couldn't figure out anything. It was like I had gained insight into everything in the universe in 1 second, right there in the ocean, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. So naturally, I kind of had a mental overload. I couldn't figure out what was happening, so maybe I didn't want to figure out what was happening anymore. Dreams are weird. They can be really fucking weird. Sometimes people don't even know what causes them. There's different kinds of dreaming. All sorts of stuff.